car is burning. Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm on the way now to Titan so we can get the Acura NSX. I'm so excited to get the car. It's been so long that the car has been sitting in Titan because we've been waiting for parts and we encountered so many issues with the rebuild in terms of the parts that were coming in and out, and everything's finally done. We're gonna get the car, we're gonna finally test drive it, but the car isn't completely done yet because I need to do a little more mileage on the car so that we can do a proper dyno tune after we get more mileage on the car, do a change oil, and then we're also going to redo the body kit. The brakes weren't installed because they were hitting also the work wheels, so I need to restudy what to do with the work wheels, get a proper offset. I did order a new wing as well, so we're going to change that. The Marga Hills kit for me needs to be adjusted. If you guys haven't seen the live build series, I uploaded I think 5 videos on this car when we were doing the live build, so you guys can check that out if you guys want to see. It's a Marga Hills kit. The main problem with the Marga Hills kit in my opinion is that the shapes are just a tad off. It looks great. I love how Marga Hills looks like OEM Plus, but I do want to adjust it a little, make it meaner, and because we have the chance to redo it, the car's not going to make it for the car show. I'm going to revisit everything and maybe even change the size of the wheels in front so that I can accommodate the big brake kit that we have. We also don't have a handbrake for the car because the Tarox doesn't have a rear handbrake kit, which means I need to probably install a drift kit brake. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, Tita was kind enough to do the break-in for us to test the car. He's put already I think 400 plus kilometers, so we need probably 200 more. So today and tomorrow we're going to be taking the car around and just adding some more mileage. Traffic is horrendous. We've been on the road already for 45 minutes and we're still in Makati. There it is, there it is. Welcome back here to Titan, and the NSX is finally ready. Let's go. Wow, wow, wow. It's been ages since we've seen this car on the ground. Rear diffuser is finally on. The new exhaust is also on. We are selling the old MagnaFlow exhaust in case you guys are wondering. And as you can see, the fitment needs to be improved, especially for the front wheels. But the car looks amazing. We'll see what else we need to do to the car. I'll brief you guys more, but this is where all the major work happened. This is the Science of Speed TVS supercharger. Along with the rebuild of the motor, we went with the forged pistons and all that jazz underneath. So the front had the Tarox brakes, but as you can see the clearance is really bad. So I might need to upsize to 19s for the front, or change wheel design completely. Not quite sure what to do yet. So Tita's gonna start it for us. Oh wow, that sounds way better than the MagnaFlow exhaust. So according to David, I also need a new alternator. We want to get the voltage a little higher before we do a wide open chute. So waiting for that. Thank you so much, Tita. Let's get a rev. This sounds so good. The initial boost for the supercharger makes it sound so angry. First maiden test drive. Oh wow, car sounds so much better, literally 100 times better than when we had the first MagnaFlow exhaust. I am getting used to the driving position again. It's been literally almost a year since I've driven the NSX. I need to change the steering wheel, I need to change the head unit. At least the air conditioner is nice and cold. So far temperature looks okay. Actually the voltage looks okay, 13.1 at idle. We're on drive height number 2. It's like we're okay. I did load my EC tag and we're gonna get the first maiden voyage. Oh, so stoked. Let's go through the mod list of this car. Starting off obviously with the Marga Hills kit. we went with the Praxis air suspension, the Fitment air management system, and then the Workmeister wheels. So that was the exterior. I ended up changing the exhaust to the first exhaust we had, which was the MagnaFlow exhaust. It didn't sound amazing. So I ended up ordering a lot of goodies from Science of Speed. We ended up ordering the piston rods and supercharger injectors, AEM-AEM ECU. And then I met David from HQ Engineering thanks to Patrick from DTM Auto Body. And because of Patrick, we ended up ordering some more parts, which was mostly the finishing touches to the Science of Speed order. And a lot of it also was the drivetrain components along with the LSD, the half shaft, and the differential. So we needed to do that because with the power that we're going to be targeting, which is around 450 horsepower, we needed to upgrade all that so that we don't break anything or slip the clutch later on. I also upgraded the brakes to the Tarox big brake kit, but the fronts don't fit, so I need to redo the wheels. But the last finishing touches for the car was the exhaust from David, and that made the car just sound so much better. I do need to upgrade the head unit later on because this head unit has a lot of static actually, so I need to get this repaired. But I do want to add a Apple CarPlay in this, so I'm gonna message David for steering wheel hub adapter and then head unit display upgrade. So we're not done with the car. I have a lot more like things I want to do to the car. I do love how this car looks. It's one of my quintessential favorite JDM cars to drive, and after a year it's finally here. We're gonna be able to bring it around and show you guys the car for meets and stuff, and maybe later on we can get a flame tube. With the supercharger is you can feel the low down torque, perfect for Manila streets. It sounds so much better. It's so alive now with the new exhaust. I do hear maybe slight knock. I don't know if that's knock or it's the whine of the supercharger. Because we're so close to lunchtime, the driver's gonna drop off the car parts. I'm gonna pick up the wifey and take her out for lunch. This afternoon, I have to bring the 550 in to change the exhaust because the car sounds amazing on the highway, but when I am in traffic, the boominess and the resonance of the exhaust that we installed, not so good. Very, like, it's very loud and the car vibrates a ton. So because this car is going to mainly be a street car slash toy car, I do want to quiet it down just a tad more. It sounds amazing. I wish that V12 in the 550 revved a little higher, and I can't wait to make this thing scream and hear it all the way up till 8,000 RPM. But for now, yeah, let's get some mileage on the car. You can actually hear the boost. So far I can say that the car does feel much lighter. It doesn't feel as sluggish anymore, and we're not even completely tuned yet. The temperature looks like it's 207. This one, when we're at a standstill, it feels kind of crunchy, but when we're moving, it's fine. There is a ticking sound when I engage the gear and when I'm moving, but besides that, I'm really quite happy with the car. Just happy. It's a car again, we're moving, air conditioner is cold, no major rattles, and there's a red Type R Honda Civic right there. we're technically Hondas, right? Acura is the US version of Honda. It's supposed to be their higher end brand, but it's technically a Honda.
Not so smooth coming in.
It's a low car. Wifey's just decided to join us. Welcome to the Acura NSX. What do you think of this car, honey?
It's low, like an early 2000 pair of jeans. Low.
Well, this is a 97, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, okay, so it's the era.
Yeah, it's got beautiful pop-up lights. Showing.
Like I'm wearing a low pair of diesel riders.
Or Francis Gerbo.
Oh, Gerbo, that's kind of like early 90s. That's more baggy. This is like low. You see the top of your G-string. You see the ribbon on the top of your panties, low. Okay, quick lunch break. The car looks so good. It really does. It's a photogenic car. Okay guys, we are going to swap some cars around. We're going to drop off the 550 so that we can redo the exhaust. I'm not quite happy with how our first version of the exhaust upgrade was. It sounds amazing, but it's too noisy, it's too drony, and I ripped out the Varex exhaust from the BM Vet because it's a drift car. It doesn't really need an exhaust, so we're gonna drop that off and install it, and then check on Tubero 2. The radio speaker update that we did wasn't working so well, so I gotta look into that. Okay, we're gonna do a cold start. C-Class doesn't like the 550. There's the bassy sound that I was trying to get rid of. So last Sunday, I was able to drive the 550 to one of the farthest locations already, which was Block 10 in Carrera Cafe. We were able to bring it out and really just use it on the highway and see all the repairs that we've done to it were okay. From the last video, we updated so many things, but still I have to replace the radiator system, and I'm gonna go with a brushless fan system. So not happy in traffic, especially after coming in from the highway. When you park the car, it's going to come in hot, and it's very hard to cool the car from there. I feel like we could get a little more RPM from the motor, but can't complain. The car is drivable, the car is running. Really happy with how the team was able to get everything sorted out. Okay, let's do some updates. Patrick was kind enough to reprint the wing. Francis was kind enough to redesign the wing. I think the angle's off. We widened the wing so that we're able to reach the door line. Yes, exactly. This is a 3D print masterpiece. I love it. So Kev just got back from his vacation, and he's going to see how to mold this 3D wing already. The car looks so good. I can't wait to finish this car also. So many car projects, so little time. Barrett 2 is almost done. We are just waiting for the DRLs. Carbon lip is done. Carbon canards is done. This is laminate carbon mirrors with new armatures. Even the base is laminated. Beautiful. The wing has been laminated also. And then the 550 is here, removing the rear diffuser. So this one, we gotta insulate that or remove the buzzing from there. And then we're gonna put down the diffuser now so that we can see if the exhaust will fit. This is what's gonna happen. We're going to try to move the resonators or cut the resonator, put some resonator at the end there. And then we're going to use these bad boys for the exhaust tip. A little better looking. Back in the NSX, trying to put some more mileage on it. We're at 336 miles already and the car is handling so well. I was on the phone with David from HQ Engineering this morning and asking him for extra parts that I can buy to complete the build for the NSX. I've been trying to figure out also what to do about the front Tarox brakes not fitting underneath the Meisters. And he was saying that the base tune that we have in the AEM should be good enough for me to drive it spiritedly, because it is the closest thing that he understands with the gas of the Philippines. It is such a different car now. It is absolutely so torquey. I'm only in 50% throttle because we're not really tuned yet, but the characteristics of the car with the supercharger is incredibly different. The car is responsive, it feels proper, it sounds good. Under boost, you can hear the engine really whine, and I might have gotten more drama with a turbo kit, but I think the supercharger is perfect as a daily driver. This car actually might replace a few of my other cars. It's just so much fun to drive. The view and seating position in the NSX, it's so perfect. It's so low, it feels like I'm just sitting on the ground actually. And the car looks like a absolute wedge, which is like the F40, which is really one of the reasons why I bought this car. It's because it reminds me of the F40 at a fraction of the budget. And if you guys didn't know also, Ayrton Senna drove this car. Gordon Murray drove this car as a basis for the McLaren F1. This car has so much heritage, so much soul, and this is what I like. So I ended up ordering also a new frame kit so we can do a double-din radio, a new engine power brace that will clear the supercharger, a cold air intake, a handbrake kit so that we can get the handbrake to start working for the Tarox brakes. And then what else did we order? A steering wheel tilt system so that we can get in and out, and then I can move the steering wheel back so I can get a better driving position. And at the car shop we have the new GT3 style mirrors there, and I also have the wing coming tomorrow, so that's going to be exciting to put on. I do need to think of other wheels to use. I have to measure the Tarox brakes just to make sure that it'll clear the next wheels that I order. I might go with some mesh wheels. Hopefully I need a flat face. The Meister curves in too much for it to clear the Tarox brakes. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, fire, fire, fire. God, my car is burning. I think the oil line broke on the drive shaft. Anyway, wala na. The car is toast. Oh, anyway, I'll let you know. I'm waiting if there's a enforcer. Yeah, the whole car is on fire. I was on the highway and then the rear caught fire and people were honking at me, so I stopped and then the car burst into flames. I'll call you back. There's an enforcer here. Oh my God, this is insane. I've never had a car burn on me. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What happened?
I don't know. The car just caught fire. Holy Yeah, I'm okay. The car just caught fire.
Oo nga, may pag-overtake niyo sa akin, nakita ko umuusok na eh.
Oo nga eh. Kaka-rebuild lang ng engine.
Yun pala, lakasan nga po eh.
Sa pag-exit pa lang. My car's burning. Where are you? Yeah, and now it just started burning. Okay. It's grounded now, and the air suspension dropped, so I don't know what we're gonna do to bring it up and out to get it off the road. I can't believe it. This is first time for me to have a car burn down. This is absolutely devastating. This is the Good Samaritan jet for stopping and helping. Thank you, salamat.
No worries, Angie.
Random days, and he was sharing that his R34 burned down before also.
Yeah.
That's so sad. This is not a fun experience. Part of owning a modified car also. My lungs hurt.
I think the
team's trying to put it on a tow truck. I gotta figure out where to bring this car. I don't know where to drop it off at the moment.
Sige tol, salud ako sa'yo.
Christian has been amazing and taking care of everything. That's a beautiful bike. And there goes the car. So first stop is Susana Heights, and then we're going to figure out where to send the car. So made an executive decision to send this to Classic Speed and just dump it there because it's gone. There's nothing salvageable except for maybe the doors, the front fenders, the front mags. This is so crazy. First experience for a burn. I don't know what it feels like, but now I do. So they had to bash the roof in also. They bashed the hood and the bumper just to open the car. Front Meisters are still okay. Rear Meister looks semi-okay. Titec exhaust is sitting on the ground. Airbags are completely burned. The smell is horrendous. Valve covers are gone. Okay guys, so this is gonna be ugly. We're going to slam it to the next tow truck, and this is gonna go to Classic Speed. We're gonna dump the car there. This is a sad day, and Alfonso is here now helping me out also. He's here so that we can plan this for the next build, but lots of good people helping today. So this is gonna be interesting because the car is completely aired down. Dropping by.
This is all.
This is so painful. Okay guys, a lot of people have been asking what is the update with the NSX, so I'm here now in Classic Speed and we're gonna go through it. After the whole accident, I sent the car directly here and I haven't seen it since then. So it's a bit traumatic. I've been uploading the footage
to the folder, and even seeing it again makes you relive the experience. But today we're gonna determine what the damages are and what are the plans moving forward, because you guys want to know, was it oil, was it fuel? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because the car is done. It burnt half the car all the way to the interior. Normally with all-out projects like this, the liability is very low, so I don't have insurance on the car. The car shop that built it, Titan, refunded all my labor for the car. And I've been talking a lot to David from HQ Engineering, seeing how we can move forward, and maybe the game plan after the inspection is to ship it back to the US so that we can rebuild it. Let's go. So this is what the car looks like at this point, and at the end of the day we're going to sort out many things about the car. Glass definitely needs to be changed. We were discussing actually converting it to coupe body. Door still opens. Siding. Here in the back, okay, so the whole strut tower where the struts sit, the whole aluminum frame here is gone. The coil packs are relatively there. Now the wiring harness is still here, so we're gonna see what we can clean up and try to get rid of whatever stuff that we don't need to ship to the US. This is a stainless braided line. That could have been oil. Just trying to get rid of stuff, but the smell is still strong. Even the trunk opener, that's still alive. So trying to determine what caused the fire at this late of a stage is next to impossible, the guesswork, right? But when we were deliberating what the condition was for the motor, it was more on how intense the fire was. The wire here is still alive, so there was no accelerant here. The fact that this is alive means the heat wasn't so intense here. So, posible, if this made luwag, dito tayo nag-spray ng fuel, which is on the exhaust, because the valve cover here melted because the trunk is composite. So the heat intensity here was the strongest. Yeah, but if you look at the lower frame, it's fine. Except this. What bar is this? It's like a pan-hard bar, no? But that's aluminum, that's why it melted, no? The support here looks okay pa. Should we save some parts and auction it off? NSX burnt part like this. I mean, I'll buy brand new ones now, but we'll auction some things like this fitment valve part. Oh wow, even the charger feels like it's seized. Look at that. The aluminium is like, so Marvin was saying because the PTFE fittings loosen, possible. I think it's fuel. Okay, after about an hour of sort of cleaning it up, doing some light assessments, I think it is possible because the rear lower half is still okay. The critical part here is the shock mounts, which when we put the rear subframe on, we should be able to recover. So that's not a problem. And I want to thank everyone who wants to get involved with this project. So we're just going to clean up as much as we can at the time being, and then make a rear cradle, and then we'll get this thing on a container. Maybe need to get new brakes again, but so much work needs to be done to get this car back on the road. Okay, I think we're gonna end this video already because it's quite long, and stay tuned for the journey. We're going to bring on some sponsors. I want to thank in advance David, HQ Engineering, for putting up the time to discuss the plans for this car, to Praz's Air Suspension for sponsoring a new set of struts, and then Kyle from Fitment Engineering, who's going to send me a air management system. And then I'm sure later on we have more sponsors. David said someone from the US wants to sponsor the fueling already off the car. So it's going to be an interesting project to revive it back from the ashes. And as you guys in the comments put, it is Rise of the Phoenix, so it's going to be back. Now for time frame, I don't know how long it's going to take, but you're going to be coming along with me on the journey to revive this. We're going to be definitely documenting the whole process because the story is good. I'll see you guys again in the next video.